Hello everyone, happy Friday. It is so cold out here today in my craft space. I am going to have to figure out the heat. I'm just going to log into my computer so I can see everyone. How's everyone's week been? I know I'm late. So I apologize. Hi Miss Kathy, how are ya? How's everyone doing tonight on this cold Friday evening? Hi Miss Jackie. Let me get I'm just getting my page pulled up. Hello, hello. So I'm freezing. I should have brought a jacket out here with me, but I'm just gonna try to get through it. But we're gonna get this tree together today. I have my paper towel holder, and I'm gonna stick it over here in the center. How's everybody's week doing? Kia, I saw your message. I will I know where mine is. Mine is right down here underneath me, but I'll ask your dad to get his if that's the one you want. Yes, I'm glad it's Friday. It's the last day of my off time. I go back to work on Monday. Yes, I need a heater. Yeah, you're right, Miss Cassie. I had a real small one last year, and I don't remember where it is. I don't remember what we did with it, so I'll have to look for it and bring it out here. If it's out here, though, it's lost. Hi, Miss Crystal. How are you? Thanks for hopping in, guys. So, when was I on last? I think it was it? I think it was Monday. I had went ahead and sorted out all of the sizes that I have created for this tree. So I have 3 sizes. Well, I have 5 sizes, but just the super large down to the super small ones, which are these. And I do have, I'm going to go ahead and start with the big ones. And like I said the other day, I'm hoping that I have them all sorted into the correct size piles. I should have 3 sizes of each fabric. Except for the burlaps, I only did 2 of these. I'm finally getting that rag tree done. I cut all the sizes of the fabrics, and I believe there's like 12 or 13 different ones. I put some Mod Podge in the center to kind of keep them stiff, and then the corners they do not have any, so I'm hoping that they'll just lay like they're supposed to. And then so I have, let me see here. So I have 2 of the burlap for each one, and then the 12 or 13 different fabrics that should have 3 of each one in it. I probably should go ahead or wait a minute. I think the biggest one I only did 2 of each. And then I'm going to like mix them up too. I'm going to put a burlap down first, and the way I'm going to do this is let me see. I'm going to use like a marker. Hopefully I have one out here. I might have to use a paint pen. And I'm trying not to cut myself. Here's a marker. Let's make sure it writes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably have to do this standing up most of the time. I'm going to put this in the center here, how I need to cut the hole. And these are not going to be, this is not going to show. And I hope I get it in the center too. I might just have to do it this way. So I put a line on it, like that's where I want to put my hole at. And these are stiff in the center because I've already got that Mod Podge on there to keep it stiff. Okay, so that's going to go down, and see it just lays good like that. So that one looks okay. I guess I might not have cut these big enough. So, and I did write down the, do you guys need me to give you the measurements again? Because I did make 5 of these, but the smallest one got lost in the house somewhere, so I'll have to create a new one. But this biggest one is like, I measured 6.25 by 6.25. It's probably off from that a little bit, but if you wanted to do 6.5 by 6.5 for this one, and this is 575 by 5.5, so if you wanted to do 6 by 6, or maybe do the biggest one 7 maybe, and or 6.5 to 7, then do this one 6 by 6, and then this one is 5 by 4.75, so you could do this one like 5 by 5 on that one, and then this one is 375 by 375. So you could do 3 by 3, 3.5 by 3.5, 4 by 4, however you want to. And then the smallest one is, I didn't write it down. I made a square so I could make a new piece for it, but this square is like 2.75, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. You could do it 2.5 by 2.5 if you wanted to, or 3 by 3, whatever you want, somewhere in that area. I'm just writing that down so I can make a new one. But those are all the ones. So since I'm going to put a burlap on the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and hold off on the burlap for the next one for a little bit. And then I'm going to start this I kind of want it to like fan around, so I'm not sure. I've never done anything like this before, so this is like a learning process for me as well as me showing you how to do it. So if it doesn't turn out the way I'm seeing it, then maybe we'll try a different one. Okay, I'm surprised that it worked out that way, but see how the corners are kind of, here's the burlap corner and then here's the corner for that. It's kind of staggered, so that's what I'm going for. And so I've already done the dots, so I'm going to go to the next one. And I'm just having to mark this piece so I know where to cut it at. The computer's falling asleep on me already. Okay, this one isn't wide enough. So I made it a little wider. Okay. This one is a pretty good sized piece. I'm wondering if this one is supposed to go with this size. Let me look here. Yeah, I had the two mixed up, so I'm just going to kind of cut this. I'm going to use the line that I cut on this other one just to make the line for the bigger one. And hopefully it will still okay. Well, that did not work to the way I wanted it to, so let me do this. Okay, there. That's gonna have to work. And oh, that's good. Relaxing is great. So these go in this pile. And that one will go there. And then this one should it fans around, but that burlap it's too small. But I'm not going to do it right now, but I have some like rolled fabric burlap. This was a roll, but it like has the seams on the side, so it's not wide enough. So once I get this all done and everything, maybe on another day, then I'll go back with my fabric that I can cut whatever size I want and make the burlap sizes bigger. But do you see how that's doing? It's just making a fan effect on that. And I actually used the gloss Mod Podge on these, and it's flaking off. There is I just found it today. I didn't even think to look for it before, but there is this stuff by Mod Podge called Stiffy. So it's just to make fabric stiff. So so if you wanted to do this, you might want to check into that and seeing if that works a little better. So I just have to like eyeball this and see where I want to cut it at. Hopefully it's in the right spot, but you really never know. It's just a trial and error type of thing. Well, I wouldn't be able to stack them and then cut because they'd all be in the same cut. And I want them to be able to, I want the corners to like overlap. See how they're overlapping right there? I mean, I could try. Let me check. Let me try something. Let me try something. I have an idea. So if I laid them the way I want them, you might be onto something, Miss Cassie. I'm not sure how many I can cut through, but let's just try this. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do 4 at a time, I guess. How's that look? And then, let's see here. I already did this one. Hopefully I cut enough material. To fill this thing up. Okay, I have 4 more now. And I hope so. I hope it turns out good. I am on the last 2 of this first set. Oh wait, I want to put this one on and then put the burlap one on. And this one is like fold, wanting to, there it goes. So there's the first part of the tree. I hope it looks okay. I'm just going to trust the process and see what happens. So okay. So let's see, where do we need to start this one at? So I guess we could start it going this way. We'll just have to see what it looks like when it's done. Hi, Miss Robin, how are you? I know it's been a little time consuming doing this one. I think I've been trying to do this for at least the past 3 or 4 weeks. And if you wanted to put more burlap in between them, like I could have done enough burlap to do in between each layer, but I didn't. As long as I have enough fabric to go to the top, though, this is going to be pretty cute, I think, because I like all the colors of the fabrics together. And I got this fabric off of Amazon, y'all. Amazon. Let's see, so that way. So I'm going to fold it this way and cut it right there. And then also, when we get it all on here, if we also could like put a little hot glue in between each piece too to get it to stay where we want it. So I'm just going to keep going and see what happens. Let's see here. Just right there. I love this top one. That one's my favorite. Thank you, Miss Cassie. Thank you very much. I use the cardboard to measure when I cut the fabric. So so this is the biggest piece I used as a template, I guess, to measure the biggest ones with this one. And then the next biggest ones, I use this. So there's five different sizes of squares that I have. And the smallest one is like a 3 by 3.5 by 3.5. And I left it in the house, so I'm gonna have to make another one. Yeah, you're fine. So that's all of the biggest ones. So then I'm gonna go to the next size and start with the burlap, and then I'm gonna probably do it this way. I'm just gonna cut it in the center, make a hole there. And then see, this burlap is not quite big enough, but hopefully it'll work for what I'm trying to do here. And then, let's see. Okay, I already have that one cut, so I'll go ahead and use that one. And I'll go ahead and just use that one as the top one, I guess. So now all the rest of these have three pieces in each section. So, well, maybe not. I don't know why I don't have 3 of these. I must have miscounted on that one, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just the smaller ones I have. I don't know. I thought I did 3 in each one. Maybe I just did. This one has 3. That's why I'm confused. And then this one has 3 too. Well, I don't know. Maybe there's 4 in this one. We'll figure it out. Maybe this is it. Okay, yeah, I found it. It was in there. Okay, so okay. I forgot to put this one on there. All right. I should have sorted these out and got them the way I wanted to put them on here before now, because I'm getting confused. Oops. I'm just trying to find the center so I can make the cut and put it down over it, and hopefully I'm hoping it looks okay. As long as I have enough to go to the top, I guess. We'll see. And I should have, another thing I should have done was, I should have made more burlap, is what I should have done, because I could have put at least one in between each section of fabric, which I can always go and add some in there. And I have a whole other set of this fabric, so I could also that's a good idea, Miss Joanne. That's a real good idea. Trying to think. I mean, I have tons of boxes, so I could do that. Both, Miss Cassie. Both. That's why I said I probably should have made enough to go in between each piece, because that definitely would have given it more height by now. Hi, Miss Linda, how are you? I'm finally getting to do this fabric craft Christmas tree. Is what I'm doing tonight. And I'll probably have to go back and mess with it a little bit after I get it done, depending on what it looks like. Right. That's right, Miss Cassie. Yeah, because I got this idea from Erin, but she got like 3 or 4 pieces of fabric on and then threw it away. Like she wasn't even going to mess with it. And I'm like, I have ideas. So hopefully it'll turn out. We are starting on the second one though. The second size, I mean, is what I meant. This is the second one. Did you, Miss Linda? I didn't think about that. I can always go back and do that though. I just don't want you guys to have to sit and watch me cut up a bunch of cardboard. Have you guys got your Christmas trees down? Mine is still up. Mine is still up. I like the lights. I just am not in a hurry. I wasn't in a hurry really to put it up, but now I'm not in a hurry to take it down either, so I feel like I probably should but I'm gonna have to cut up like a bunch of boxes. I'm trying to see if I see anything that I could use. You know what? I just thought of something that I had, but I don't know. Hold on a second. What about using these? Making rings out of this Pringles can. Except for your craft space. Yeah. I only got half of mine up this year, and then I haven't gotten any of it taken down yet. I wonder how big I should make these rings. Oh, beads. I don't have any big enough to go over this though. That's a good idea. I'm sorry, Miss Joanne. It's a good time to take it down, though. Sorry, this is kind of loud. I think I'm gonna put it in between, like on top of the where I put the burlap at. Oh, I'll try not to. Okay. So let's start there. I probably should hot glue it too. That way it doesn't move that much anyway. This should not show either. I can always put Spanish moss in around that too. I guess I should have painted them. I didn't think of it. But this looks like it's gonna work a little bit, or help anyway. And also, if you don't want to use cardboard or oh, my computer went to sleep and now I have to go back in. Bear with me just a second. Instead of using these, you might also be able to use like the little bitty embroidery hoops. Might work as well too, but they're not. I guess if you wanted something thicker, that might not work, but these seem to be working, so hopefully I'm liking it already. But I should have put like a piece of fabric. If I knew that I was gonna have to do this, I could have took like the scraps of the fabric that I cut. Yes, toilet paper rolls too. That's a good idea. See how it's raised up already? I didn't glue that one, did I? glue this one. I just emptied a toilet paper roll too. I should have brought it out here. It probably, actually, toilet paper roll would probably be better because it's not as big around. And you don't have it's brown, so. Thank you, Miss Darlene. Were you watching Erin when she was doing hers and then she just gave up on it after 2 or 3 pieces? Okay. This is gonna be so stinking cute. I think I'm just gonna throw some moss in there for texture around the tube thingies though. Okay, I'm not sure how many more I'm gonna need, but hopefully. Yes, Miss Joanne, I'm gonna have to run in and I'm gonna have to run into my bathroom and grab one. That is a fantastic idea. Glue this one down. Oh, good. I hate leaving though in the middle of a craft, but I'm glad this is working out so good. Thank you for your help and suggestions. I appreciate them. Okay. I'll put that out of the way until I need it again. And then, let's see. See it? Let's see. So it's gonna have to be cut. Whoop. It's gonna have to be cut like this. I love it. Oops. Oh my goodness. Oh no. That's sad. Prayers for her to feel better soon. That's horrible. Prayers for your baby. Okay, so that one's going to have 5. This one's going to have 4. And I'm just pinching these in the center so I can get the cut in there, and then hopefully they go in the right spot. I really don't think you can mess this project up unless you're like stacking them straight on top of each other. As long as you're getting a little bit of a turn in there, it'll all work out. Okay, now I'm going to the next layer, so I'm going to need another, I'm going to do one more. Well, should I go ahead and go get the toilet paper rolls? Oh, I've still got these to do. Let me do these ones, and then I'll go get the toilet paper roll. I'll probably grab a couple of them. I think I have a couple empty. Okay. Thank you. She just ate. Aw. Hopefully she starts feeling better real soon. Okay. So stinking cute. Okay, let me go grab the toilet paper rolls. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So our trash day is today. So my husband took the trash out last night. So I ended up having to take like a little bit off of one of these, or I would have only had one. So I didn't want to have to get up again. So let's see here. I think I can get maybe 4 out of each one. So hopefully, yeah. some glue. The sides of these, that way it'll hold it in place. There we go. And I thought these were brown. They're kind of a whitish color, gray or whatever. And I forgot to put the whatchamacallit down first. Think it'll matter? I hope not. Hi, Miss Janelle. How are you? Happy New Year, everyone. In case if I hadn't said it, if you weren't on the other day. Well, I haven't seen you since the New Year, so Happy New Year, everyone. I am finally getting this rag tree put together. I'm doing good. Yeah. Well, the thing is the week before he didn't take it out for, I guess, the week of Christmas, I guess he didn't take it out, I don't think. So he had a lot more to get this time than he normally does. What's wrong with my thing? Let's see here. Okay. So this time we have the burlap on top of the ring. And I'm going to cut it like this. And put it on this way. I think that is too thick. I'm going to take it off and cut it in half because it's raised up too much. Okay, Miss Janelle, that's fine. Thank you. I hope you had a great time in Texas. I think I'm going to do a little over half just to see. I just think that was just too high. And I'm going to go ahead and put the burlap on first since I have it off. Yeah. Exactly my thought. Oh, good. She's doing great. That's good news. Yeah, that's better. It's still up there, but it's laying down more. And even with these toilet paper rolls, I'm still going to have to put some moss in there to hide it. Is anybody making Valentine's Day stuff yet? Are you crafting for Valentine's Day? Too cute. I'm trying to mix them up too, so I'm not putting the same ones together. Yeah, I understand. That's understandable. So for Sunday, since I work Monday through Friday, I'll always have to come in pretty much around 8 on Fridays, Eastern Standard Time. But what about Sundays? Would you rather me come in earlier, around 4 or 5, 6, or you want me to just stay at 8, or what do you guys think about Sunday? Put one of these reindeer on here. Anytime is good. 7:30. Okay. Alrighty. There might be times where I might have to come on earlier in the day, or 8 o'clock. Sometimes I might be able to do different times. It just depends. I guess I could just post it what time I plan on going live on a Sunday, because my husband goes to his mom's and visits with his parents every Sunday, and sometimes I go with him and sometimes I don't. So the days that I go with him, I'll just let you guys know, and then go from there. Let's see here. Thank you, Miss Cassie. I don't mind doing whatever works for you guys either. I don't know why this one's all, it's cut, it's not cut straight, so I'm just gonna trim this edge off right here a little better anyway. do another burlap in between this and the rest of the stuff, because I don't have that much left. And then that means I'll do another ring. Take a little bit off of this one just to make sure it's not too high. And I'm going to glue it. We're halfway done, y'all. Looks so cute. I haven't even done any of that one yet. Thank you. Did anybody else go to travel during the holidays? Miss Cassie went to Texas, I believe she said. Anybody else go anywhere? Uh-oh. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Went to Cali. England sounds like a lot of fun. All my family has always been here. So my son lives in Texas, but they're always busy, so I never get to go down there and see him. He comes up here every couple of years, so I get to see him for a little bit, but I'm hoping one of these days he'll be able to move back home. Let's see. So one of these, I think what I'm going to do, I have Oh, I must have used it. Maybe I put it in the other one. Yeah. Well, we message each other back and forth all the time, or sometimes, I guess you could say. But he went in the military when he got out of school, and he was stationed down in Texas and at San Antonio. And then he went and served in Saudi Arabia or somewhere. I can't remember exactly where he went, but he was over there for a while. But he met his wife down in Texas, and her mom is down there. So that's why he's still there. But it's fine. He said that they talked about moving back when they could, I guess. But Air Force, yes, Miss Linda. He's not in the military anymore, but he does work on base. He lives in Del Rio, so there's a base there of some sort that he works on. No, wait. I'm not sure exactly what he does right now. He does something with the airplanes, so I was thinking that he worked on base, but maybe he works at the airport. I don't know. He doesn't really tell me much. I'm not a big talker, and I don't think he is really either. So I guess I should ask him about his job and find out more, ask him more questions. Plus, I have a bad memory, so there could be an Air Force base down in Del Rio, but I'm not sure. I know he was stationed at San Antonio. Okay. So I have a few more of this middle size, and then we have 2 layers left. So this is the last one of this size. And then I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to make it to the top. So this is going to be super cute, but I can't remember where. I'm trying to think of where I was at. It could have been Hobby Lobby. But I had a bag that I had. There was only a couple things in it, and one of them was a silver star. And I thought about putting it on the top of this tree, but I don't know where it's at right now. So I'm going to have to find it and then take a picture of it after I get that attached. See, I am just a one-person show here. I don't have any like moderators or anybody to help me do things. So a lot of times when I come on to craft, I'll be thinking all day at work what I want to do, and then I'll have to come in and get dinner together and still decide what I want to do, and then I'll throw 2 or 3 things together Dude, I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there is. I know. I didn't even read it. I'm sorry. But yeah, I've got a star. I just don't know where it is. Like if I had some help, maybe they could get my stuff together for me and I just come on and craft. Thank you, Miss Robin. And I did it again. I forgot to put the burlap down first. Let me do that. Put the burlap down and then I'll get that back on there. And these pieces go in pretty far, so this is definitely going to have some moss put around it. Okay, hopefully it'll look okay when plus this burlap really is smaller than the rest of these pieces too, so so hopefully it'll look okay. And I might not even use all of the smallest pieces. Let's see. I was just thinking maybe I should only use maybe half of this size. This is too stinking cute. Okay. Just lay it on the top of that so you can get a feel of where the center is and how big it needs to be. See, this is not cut. Wide enough. Well, you know what? I think that these are even. This is too high. It's okay, Miss Christine. I appreciate you being here. Yes, they do, Miss Cassie. You're right. I wonder if this one is. I'm going to try this little piece and see if it works. Without burning myself. Yep. I am finally making the rag tree with all the pieces of fabric that I cut. Remember all these fabrics that I had? A few weeks ago, Erin tried to do this, and then I'll post it I'll post it on in Craftin' and Laughin'. I posted a picture of the Santa Claus from her wood shop, and she hasn't said anything about it yet. But I'll put when I get this finished, I will definitely tag her in it. And somebody had asked me, I just remembered, somebody asked me if I could like write out the directions to do this, and I just remembered. So I'll have to work on that so that I can upload that as well. Let's see here. So, just to recap, I guess I could go ahead and, in case somebody comes on and is wondering, so I started off by just creating templates of 5 different size squares. And then I used those templates to cut out all 5 of the sizes in fabrics that I got off of Amazon. And I believe that this set has like 12 different patterns. And then I also cut a few pieces of burlap to go in between each one, but I do wish I would have cut more, so that you might think about that as well if you create this. But then after I cut the pieces, then I Mod Podged the centers. Now, I don't know, let me get a good one that you might be able to see. Like this, I don't know if you can see, like the center of the red, see how it looks shiny? I used the gloss Mod Podge. I did that to make it stiff, to try to hold it up in the center. I was hoping that the corners would just like flop down. They kind of are, and maybe the longer it sets, the more it will. But then thank you for scattering the buttons, Miss Lou. But every time I put a piece of burlap in, I used a ring. Either I cut a Pringles can and use that with the bigger ones, or the smaller ones are getting a ring of from a toilet paper roll. So I hope that helps and explains it a little better. And I know I haven't been talking much in this live, but I'm trying to concentrate and not put the same fabrics with, like I'm trying to switch up the fabrics and not do them the same ones together or whatever. I hope that makes sense. And then I just am laying on, I'm putting like 4 pieces together and laying them on top of here and pinching it, and then that gives me an idea of where to cut the center. Oh yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to keep on trucking along here. do one of these. And I kind of want, the top piece to be this one because that's my favorite. So when I do the very small ones, the smallest size, I'm going to have to make sure that that one gets put on top. I might use the polka dot one in a while, so let's do that one. Okay, let's see here. And I don't know if whoever wasn't on when I first started, I did mention that I just found, it's made by Mod Podge, but it's called Stiffy, and it's for fabric. So I wish I would have had that to use instead of the Mod Podge. I would have used it instead. So if you create this tree, then, oh, that's awesome. That's nice, Miss Lou. I'm glad you have your son back with you. Let's see here. Trying to see what's left. Looks like I still have a couple more. Sets to do on this size, and then I'll be able to do the smaller ones. And I did it again. I have, or no, wait, these are two different patterns. I guess I'm going to go ahead and put the this piece of burlap right there. And then here I go with another ring. I'm just going to cut this one down to make it smaller. The higher up you go, the smaller you want your rings. That way it doesn't, it's still like gives a little bit of height, but it doesn't like show when you're looking at it either. Okay, so let's get the top part done. I'm almost there. might have some trouble with the smaller pieces because yeah, that's true. I could do that. I thought moss would look cute though, just to give it a different texture. Cut it long enough, so that's what I'm worried about for them top pieces. I'm not going to be able to cut it. Hi, Aunt Alice. How are ya? And this is too cute. Okay, so now we're ready for the top part. I'm just going to fold this in half. And hopefully that's big enough. And I don't think I'm not going to put a ring on this top. I think I should have enough to get it done. So I'm just going to I don't really know. Right, yeah, I don't think so either. Hopefully yay. All right. Hopefully there's enough here that it'll just go up to the top. Uh-oh, I messed this one up. I didn't have them twisted right when I cut them. Cutting them again. was an oopsie. There we go. I fixed it. So now I'm just going to have to do this way. Okay. As long as it's not the top ones, then it should be fine. Okay, this should work. Are you guys watching anything good right now? I just found out that I like that show Fire Country, and I just heard that it was back on. I didn't even know. But I'm also watching the new Matlock right now with oh, what's that lady's name? The new Matlock is really good. I can't remember what that lady's name is. That it's a girl. You is awesome. I watched, I can't even remember how many seasons is left on that. I watched You a couple years ago, and then it was really good in the beginning, and then when it got to like the 5th or 6th season, I don't know why my husband just started not liking it, so we started watching something else. There's a few different ones that we're watching. We really like that Landman. It's really good. And then the new show with Reba, Happy's Place, that's really funny. I like it. But right now I'm trying to finish. I didn't watch it when it was first on. It was first on in the early 2000s. But I like true crime, and I've been watching Cold Case from the early 2000s, and it's got 7 seasons, and I just started watching the 7th season today, so I'm almost done with that one. But I'm going to have to catch up on Fire Country, and my husband's already watched all of Matlock. It is very funny. Happy's Place, yeah. My husband he started watching that. I think I've watched all of them. But I'm going to have to go back. I think I watched 4 or 5 of the Matlocks, and I'm going to have to finish it, because he'll tell me about something and I'll think that we're going to watch it together, and he gets home before I do from work, so I'll come in and he'll be watching the show, or I'll get up on a Saturday after he's already been up and he'll be watching the show. So I get all behind. Let's see here. So it's hard telling how many episodes of Cold Case he's watched over, because I'll go back to where I left off at. I don't like skipping around. I like watching them from the first season through the last season. And so I'll keep going back to where I left off at. It's funny. I forgot all about that show, You, though. I ought to just start watching it over again. Watch the whole thing. That's what I did with Shameless. I watched it, and then I quit watching it when Fiona left because I was mad that she left. And then he was trying to tell me how it ended, and I didn't want to know how it ended. I wanted to watch, so we just watched the whole thing over again. Is it? Yeah, I do that too. I do that too. I usually, excuse me, I usually watch the crafting stuff when I'm laying in bed trying to get ready to fall asleep. Or if I'm at work and, well, this one is going to have, maybe I have like two. This one's going to have two of the same in it. But this is going to be the last one. And hopefully excuse me, I keep yawning for some reason. This bottom one I didn't get cut good enough. Hold on. And these are not quite in the center either. Pushing these on one at a time. I appreciate you, Miss Joanne. Okay, so kind of hoping that these would be like up a little bit more than this. I just took that top one and kind of glued it down to the top there. But whenever I find the star, then I will be able to fix that and put the star on top. If I had an idea of where it might be, I would grab it, but I'm not sure where it is. I'll probably find it as soon as I like hop off here. But I'm going to hold it up a little bit. Thank you. Let me grab my moss. This stuff is so messy. I'm just going around the pieces of the Pringles cans and just running a line of glue around it, and then I'm gonna put the moss in there to cover that up. That way it won't be seen and I don't have to worry about painting it or anything like that. And I think this will work great because it'll give it extra texture as well. Thank you, Miss Joanne. Thank you, Miss Cassie. I think it turned out really cute too. Oh, I forgot to do this side on this one. Oh, maybe I didn't. And I have to give it a trim when I get it all done, too. This Okay, so there's just 4 more. When I think this is the last one of the Pringles can pieces. I think this is the last one. And then it goes to the toilet paper, and the toilet paper ones won't take near as much moss. So, I'm sure I'll have enough. I should have enough. Just trimming it off too as I go. Okay, now I'm down to the toilet paper roll. Can't wait till this is done. This is so cute. I think I'm just going to finish the toilet paper rolls, and then I'll trim it after I get it done, because it's just too much going back and forth. So I'm making it dusty in here too, aren't I? Gotta be careful not to fold your pieces of fabric under when you're doing this. Okay. I think I only have 2 more. here to glue down. Last one. Okay. This stuff does make a huge mess. What do you guys think? Yes, fairy lights would be cute. I had some, but I don't know. I have some white tips. About white pips. Let's see here. Oh, those are big lights. I've got these lights, but those are too big. I had a box of fairy lights, but I don't know what I did with them. I might have used them all. Oh, here's some. Here's some, but I don't have the batteries out here. And I think these are clear ones too. Thank you, Miss Cassie. Well, I think that's all. I was going to, oh, I was about to trim that off and it's part of the pip. But I was going to do a quick Valentine's Day craft, but I didn't think this would take as long as it did. But I'm so glad I finally got it finished. Let me take these off since I didn't put enough on to cover it. But this is so cute. I love how it turned out. I will definitely get a picture of this tomorrow and post it for everyone to see. And I will be back. Today starts my new Oh, no, no, no. That's what we're getting here too, Miss Joanne. I sure will, Miss Cassie. Thank you all for hanging out with me to get this done tonight. And I will be back on Sunday with Valentine's. Miss Cassie, she wants the snow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you on Sunday. I will post what time. If I'm not on earlier, then I'll be on at 8. So I appreciate you guys. You guys have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Love yous.